Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Parasite Eve 2. Now, in the last episode, I actually did not feel that well. I was sniffling and sniffing, and my nose was running, and all kinds of weird stuff was happening. I actually went to sleep last night, and I woke up at 7 a.m. with heartburn so bad that I ended up just vomiting. I know that's a little bit too much information, but now that that's over with, my throat's a little scratchy, but my nose isn't running. Got pretty good airflow through there, so that's a good thing, right? But now I think it's not funny, but it's interesting that my roommate is actually sick. She came home from work a little early today because of some vomiting issues. So I'm kind of wondering if it might not have been heartburn, it might have been like a stomach bug. But anyway, back to Parasite Eve. Last time, Kyle, after we beat the puppet monster, we come into this small room chasing after this little girl. And Kyle was just going to shoot her. And I said, you know what, no, let's figure this out, because actually this is a human being that was made, cloned, using Aya's DNA. So in essence, this is a small Aya, and Aya kind of feels like this is her child because it was made from her DNA. So here we are. Kyle's here. You can talk to him if you want. He asked who it was who called, and Aya tells him it was a friend, and that, they were cut off and something's not right. Something's going on. You want to come over here, and you want to look in this little cabinet here. And Aya says, hey, what's this? I'll just borrow this, Eve. This is the MD player. MD stands for musical disc. So basically, it's an optical disc player. Or a CD player. What this does is it prevents Berserker, I believe. I'd have to actually look at that because it's been a long time and I don't really use this. It's pretty much a very similar thing to lipstick. Yes, prevents confusion and Berserker. So this is one of the few attachments that actually prevents against two separate status elements, which is pretty good. It's a good thing to have. I really don't need it. But this is the only place that you can get it. So bear that in mind. 4 MP Boost 2s, 2 Ringer Solutions, and 3 Recovery 3s. I'm going to use a Recovery 3. And as much as I hate to say it, I don't need the lipstick. You can get that at the firing range. I think for completing the 5th level of training at the firing range. You can also get it in the back of Pierce's SUV when you go back to Dryfield for the second time. And you can get it on the island when you go and fight Lilac or Tylock, which is what I've always called him. I like to imagine that second letter is just a capital I. I don't know why, but Tylock sounds more of like a Native American god name than Tlaloc or Lilac. I don't know. To me, personally. So that's why I do that. I know it's wrong. I go with what I like to go with. I'm stubborn sometimes. But I'm going to discard the lipstick, and I'm going to discard the MD player. I don't recommend that you do this unless you're just absolutely sure you're not going to use them, like I am. And then we're going to sort all of our healing items. That leaves me with 3 spaces. If we look in here again, there's scary picture books. Look over here. There's some stuff to read about just pretty much some flavor text. And that's all we can get in this room. So if you walk back this way after talking to Kyle, the lights are going to flicker. And it'll trigger a small cutscene. And wouldn't you know, it is golem soldiers. Kyle, hurry up. Nah, babe. I'm good. Where does he get this stuff? Does he just carry this equipment in his back jean pocket? First it was the M4A1 and now he has a gas mask. But gas is seeping into this room. We have to be quick. If you go over here, you look in this cabinet, 3 per day, do not forget. You can get a protein capsule. It's a good thing to grab right there. Come over here to where Eve is, and if you look in here, it'll give you an option. You want to look inside quickly. What's this? Eve's sister and my other daughter, they were cloning the crap out of this little girl. Now you have to talk to Eve, and you have to tell her, you know, hey, your friend wants to stay here. Eve is now a part of your party. If Eve dies, you die. Walk slowly. Tap your D-pad. All the way over here to the elevator. You want to be quick, but you want to go slow. Eve will start coughing before you do because of the gas. There it is. She loses HP very quickly. You want to get her onto this elevator. Whoops. Come on, Eve. Once she's on, need to go up as quickly as possible. Don't worry about her HP too much because she's not going to be in your party long enough for it to matter. But if you take the elevator right here, it's going to put you back into the Neo arc. And Eve's going to scream and she's going to run off. And just like that, Eve is no longer a part of your party. But this is the elevator that was only for storage and loading supplies. You can't use it to go back down to that area ever again. But here we are in the arc. Story has progressed. It's lit up like a Christmas tree. And you have to be careful. So, we're going to chase after Eve. And Eve kind of leaves a wake of destruction. She has a sludge bloodied up and pretty much burnt and charred laying up here on dry land. That's how powerful this little girl is. She picked this thing up and slung it up on the dry land and then toasted it half to death. And she ends up doing this with 3 of them. 2 of them she pretty much messes up in the water, and the 3rd one is up on the dry part. I just think it's cool. That means this girl has access to mitochondrial powers that even Aya doesn't have access to anymore. Telekinetic powers. All kinds of stuff that's very scary. So, this little girl is powerful. And again, we find so many sludges. This girl wrecked these guys, okay? Nope, not that one. Come on, Aya. There we go. Come over here. These battles are nothing. I mean, they're basically free XP and BP. And it pretty much gives you all the XP and BP you would normally get for fighting them, so it's totally worth it to take them out. And you hear Eve scream. Why bring her into this? Let her go. Aya's maternal instincts kicking in. And he's a smartass. This is number 9. I have the queen. Have the chopper on standby. I'll be out in 20. Listen. They're on to us. Make it quick. So, as I was saying, I'd love to tarry with you, Missy, but I got bigger fish to fry. I'm sure you understand. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'll make sure my friend shows you a good time. He's a little on the big side, but... Wait! What will you do with her? Her? Don't you worry. The little one's my golden egg. She won't die. Can't say she'll really be alive either, but... Hold it! Yeah? Ah, I forgot to express my sincere gratitude to you. Thanks to you taking down the barrier, I got my queen. I owe you one. But, wait. Eve. So, Aya's kind of pissed off at herself at this point. And number 9 is a giant dick. But he's still awesome, and I love him. So, what you realize is there are multiple factions here. There's number 9's faction, there's another faction, and then there's Aya, and there's Golem soldiers. As soon as you can, which my button wasn't working, I would recommend that you either plasma these guys or necrosis them to deal decent damage and stun them. These guys are nothing to deal with, nothing to mess around with, I should say. Golems are rough. It took these guys out no problem. And you're going to start getting a lot of Spartan ammunition here. I fully recommend that you take every bit of Spartan ammo that you can if you're using 9mm. Same goes for shotguns. If it offers you our slug rounds, take them. Now we could go to the woodland path and the early part of the pyramid up there and fight more stuff. I don't really see it as necessary, so I'm not going to do that. If you're going for a 100% run, go ahead and clear out all the enemies on both sides. I'm not. Careful in here, there will be more golems. Energy shot does a good bit of damage to these guys. And watch out for the fact that they will run after you. I was hoping I could get him down. There we go. Once they start flashing and like doing their little electrical thing on the ground, they're done. I'm gonna go ahead and heal as well. Antibody is not a bad idea with these guys because they hit hard. Whoa, easy there, buddy. All right, third one. If you can sink criticals on them, it'll stun them. So energy shot is pretty much one of your best friends. Fought 3 of them, 300 BP, 375 XP, and I got a bonus item. I got some Spartans, which I will totally move over, and I got some rifle rounds as a bonus item. That brings me up to 250 Spartans. That's very, very, very good. So I'm going to discard the rifle rounds and keep heading this way. There's a lot to consider about golems, and as we keep fighting through these areas, I will tell you more and more about them. Number 9 is a golem soldier as well, but he's one of the early experiments for golem soldiers. Once they realized that it really tampered with the subject's mindset and how they perceived everything, they pretty much decided to make them mindless soldiers instead of letting them keep intelligence. Okay, so the gray soldiers are up, and I'm silenced. Great. The gray soldiers are considered, I think, rooks. The green ones are pawns. The gray ones are rooks. I don't have any healing items, and I'm still silenced. they turned the cameras back on, which sucks. But we need to go back to where we first seen Pierce. So that's where we're headed. This is a very, very tough trek. So you want to make sure that you're doing the absolute best you can to preserve your HP and MP. I'm going to pop a heal. And we're going to keep going. I will say this much though, there are a lot and more dead sludges here. Not a very hard thing to do to just sort of take them out. There's also some cameras that have respawned somehow. Take all that out. Not a hard battle right there. So the rooks have this weird thing where they have a flash, and if you get caught in the flash, it silences you. It's very good to note. They also have very high defense and are immune to damage at certain times. It's best to stay behind them. When they're crouched down like that, they're immune to damage, and when they are doing their flash, they are immune to damage. Okay, so this is him doing his flash. I forget exactly how to counter this. We're going to try plasma. Nope, that didn't work. And I'm silenced again. Not quite sure how to counter that. I know there's a way to counter it. I just don't quite know exactly how to counter it. Once you get them down so far in HP, they will fall into the ground, and you can finish them off. They're worth a ton of XP, ton of BP, and they're going to keep giving y'all rifle rounds, because if you are using a rifle, you'll be penetrating armor a lot better than I am. We're going to go up on the lift. Oh, funny, it's not moving, so I can't go this way. Which means I have to go to the elevator hall and go up that way. So, back down we go. This is a very hard trek, and they make it a very hard trek. This is, in fact, the difficulty spike I was talking about. As you can tell, I'm getting hit a lot. I'm getting a lot of HP taken away from me. Another thing I want to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and pop this protein capsule we found. That's a full heal, and it gives me +5. I'm up to 130 HP now. So we're going to track all the way down to the elevator hall here. And be careful, there will be more golems in here. And they are rooks. I'm going to get away from this guy and see if I can avoid his flash. Nope. No way. I don't know how to avoid that. I really don't. Oh, and he's a laser golem. And now I'm also paralyzed. And I can't use my Parasite energy to undo that because... Okay. Oh my goodness. This is all bad. If you do go down like that, spam buttons. Aya, come on now. Metabolism. I was using it before he hit me with the flash, so even though I was silenced, metabolism still went off. Pyrokinesis can be a good way to deal with these golems. I'm actually going to hit him with necrosis, I believe. And no, it doesn't poison them. So, golems, what do y'all think? Pretty terrible, right? It only gets worse from here. I'm gonna take a little bit less damage. Each golem fight should be counted as its own boss, to be honest. They don't take damage while they're aiming at you, which is kind of dumb. I should have him on the ground by now. Yeah, I heard him fall. We're going to take the cameras out. Take him the rest of the way out. Done deal. There's a camera or two over here. Not a big deal. One shot at both of them. There we go. So, not an easy fight right there. And they're giving you good grenades. They're giving you a lot of stuff to work with in these fights. And the reason they're doing that is because they know these fights are hard. So, here's what we're looking at. We're low on ammo. We're about to go up another floor. Hopefully we can grab some hydras while we're up on that floor. If not, I will have to fall back to 9mm PB, which is going to suck even more than what we are currently sucking. Popping over to Parasite energy, I have 4,000. That means I can do this. Now, we have energy ball, life drain, and apobiosis. As soon as I can, I'm going to revive apobiosis, because this skill is actually very good, and it paralyzes enemies, including golems. The only bad thing about it is it has a massive skill cost of 18, and the ATB loss on it is pretty crazy too. But that's okay. It's the lowest. Well, no, I think energy ball is 15. So, anyway, that's what I'm going to try and get to, because that works very well against golems. If I would have been fighting every single enemy in this game up until this point, I'd already have apobiosis. Let me point that out. I just went in the wrong door. Nope. Because fuck that. We are going to go in the right door this time. You want to go to B1. Be careful. There are rooks in here. If I'm not mistaken, there are 2 rooks in here. I'm going to get hit by the flash. Use metabolism beforehand. He's going to flash, but it's not going to silence me. Best way to counter that. But he is hitting me quite a bit. But I'm dealing damage. Try and dodge him, if you can. I don't see how he hit me right there. But that's okay. Once he gets down to about 100 HP, you're going to be able to take him out. So that's that one. We have yet another one. We're just going to dodge all his little rockets, pop back over, take pot shots. This is not as hard of a fight. Pretty easy to dodge these guys. And he launches 5 instead of just 3, which is good for us because it's 5 one time instead of 3 twice. How you doing there, buddy? Die. So, lots of XP. Again, getting back up to 3,000 and 4,000 is not hard at this point. and our BP is just skyrocketing. We got rifle and riots. Discard both of those. I don't need either one. Going to pop a heal. And through the door we go. Nope, it's locked. So what that means is we have to go the long way around. Have to go through here. And all this can be figured out via your map. So basically, you know, in this area, if we can't go through the elevator up top, we got to go down to the elevator hall. If we can't go through that door there, we have to go through these long corridors to get back into that area. It's very convoluted, but at the same time, it's pretty easy to figure out. We're also going to be stopping by that box up in the sterilization room on the way to the pod gantry. So, there are enemies in here, even if it doesn't seem like there is. We got a 400 and something. Down to 300. These are pawns. Pawns suck because they'll sit there and just continuously attack you. But if you've got ample distance, they take a while to get to you. And usually you can take them down not that hard. There are also cameras. Not that bad to take out. Experience, BP. And Spartans, which I will take some of. Because here in just a moment, I'm not going to have any ammo left. I'm down to 20, plus the 32 that are in my gun. Because I don't think that I can take golems out in one clip, I'm going to go ahead and load up my PBs. Energy shot, antibody, pop a heal, pot shots. This can be a hard fight because these guys charge at you, but as you can see, if you just kind of dodge, he'll go where he thinks you are. They're not really smart. Now the other guy, on the other hand, has got stuff. He is, in fact, a green pawn, but he has a missile launcher. That's why he wasn't firing 3 earlier, because it wasn't a rook. Rooks are gray, pawns are green, and we'll come across other types of golems as well. We're doing a little bit better against the golem soldiers at this point, but not too much better. We just got some Spartans. That brings us up to 350 Spartans. It's not bad at all. Go ahead and refresh your PBs if you need to. And there's a door, which is not this door. There's a door here that we unlocked that leads to the armory. If we pop in here, we can avoid the next hallway, and we can also refresh our Hydra ammunition. Back over to use. Let's equip Hydra. I have 500 Hydras, 500 PBs, and 350 Spartans at this point. I'm loaded with ammo. If I need to swap ammunition for whatever reason, I can. If you want to buy anything from the BP vending machine, you can do that. I have no need at the current moment. There are golems in here, and it's 2 rooks, and my keyboard just crashed. Man, what a time to do that, huh? So, bad things are happening to me right now. I'm gonna pop a heal. And I'm also paralyzed. Great. Metabolism. This fight sucks. I'll be honest with you. As you can see, pyrokinesis, not a bad way to dispatch these guys. If you've got it leveled up past level 1, you'll be even better off. Try and dodge this guy the best you can. I wonder if pyrokinesis does damage against them. No, not really. I'd rather you just swing at me and hit me, to be honest, because I can still do damage to you while you're doing that. Go ahead. Not even worried about it. I have heals. Guess what? You've done practically nothing to me now. So, these battles are not easy. These battles are not easy at all. But again, 375 on the XP, 500 BP, and a bonus item, tons of grenades. Not going to worry too much about that. We want to go straight up here to the pod service carriage, where we talk to Pierce. And to get there, we run through the sterilization room. Pop a heal, bring us back up almost to full HP, and then we're going to go ahead and use one of our mini MP Boost 2s. I'm going to pop all the way down here, sort, and that's going to be that for now. Once we get to the sterilization room, I want to pop over to the box. We have all this to fall back on if we need to. I'm going to move the ringer solutions over, and I'm also going to grab... You know what? No, I'm not going to grab anything. I'm just going to move those over. That's going to give us 3 ringer solutions in there. I don't think I can sort the box, which sucks. If I wanted to, I could switch and then come back over here and do it this way. You can manually sort it, but it's not exactly intuitive to do so. I mean, I like to do it just because I know where everything's at, but it's not something that a lot of people would go, oh, hey, I can do this. So it even automatically throws you to the other side. Like, there's no option to switch with stuff in the same, area, but there is. So now we have 2 belt pouches and tons of healing items. That's pretty much all I wanted to do there. Save your game here. That's important. So you talk to Rupert here, and basically Rupert says that when he got attacked by number 9 at the Acropolis Tower, he got poisoned. And he's pissed off that, this guy would take a small child a hostage because he considers it a cowardly move. So just some flavor text there to let you understand Rupert's personality a little bit more. Lots of cameras. And a rook. Metabolism beforehand. You don't really want to be around these cameras, but you don't have much of a choice. So I would recommend taking the cameras out kind of first. This guy is kind of annoying, and pyrokinesis does not work that well on rooks. So that's something to note as well. I say so way too much. The rooks with the phase blade or lightsaber arm, whatever you want to call it, they're not as bad. He's doing his charge. We know what to do on that. Let's go ahead and pop metabolism. And I'm also going to go ahead and pop a heal. Now we're free to take pot shots again. while he's crouched down coming at you. Wow, he got me twice right there. You cannot harm him. Pop antibody. This is taking a lot of damage off Aya. And that's with the holy water equipped. So that's 25% damage reduction. If you do not pick up the holy water and have it attached to you, you're going to be struggling right here. I gotta say, it's hard. It is hard to get through this without the holy water. This is that slick difficulty spike, and it is brutal at best. So back up here at the pod gantry, we come up here, we look around. You want to come back over here, and you want to go back to this ending tab. Push that button. Security is back on. Turn security back off. It's annoying that they even make it to where it turns back on. Turn it back off. You can come over here to this phone. There's a piece of paper in the receiver. It's a message. You can save your game here again if you like. I got your messages. You can relax now. HQ's finally up off its ass. They're sending in the Marines. You can just leave the sticky cleanup for them. So basically, we learn here that the Mist HQ is sending in the military to help you because they realized, oh shit, we got one agent in the field and she's dealing with some heavy shit right now. But if you pop over to your key items, we just got a message, which is Pierce's memo, a torn memo. The message is written in the same code Mist agents use. From the scrawled handwriting, I'd say whoever wrote this was in a hurry. Aya, all the NMC data you and the other hunters ever gathered was stored on this facility's mainframe. Looks like they were using the data in their experiments. Someone was leaking Mist data to the people that ran this shelter. When I found out that Agent Baldwin, and then the rest of the memo is gone. So we get our first clue that Agent Baldwin, which was Aya's boss, might have been a bad guy. Might not have been a good guy. So it's kind of unclear where to go at this point, but we're going to be going down to the underground parking area. That is where we want to go. The control room is red. I believe that there are some golems in there, or a golem in there, and I might just go down there and fight that one. Because there's a type of golem we have not met yet, and yet it's a type of golem I want to show you guys. So we're going to be running back through the sterilization room, back down through all these areas here, and we're going to be going into underground parking. Save your game again if you like. I really love how the game picks up the pace towards this particular, ending. I think they do it too quickly. It should have been a more gradual incline, but even so, I really do enjoy the spike of difficulty. I really do wish it would have been more gradual, but hey, be careful in here. There is a rook. Actually, I take that back. He's a pawn. Not as bad as I originally thought. Yep, you hit me. I'm doing damage. Criticals. Hey. He only hit me once. Not bad. Oh, you're not dead yet. Goodbye. Cameras, not an issue for us anymore. So take them out at your leisure. And that's good XP, good BP. And I just got more Spartans. I will definitely take them. Now, there are enemies in here. Cameras. I don't know if that certain type of golem is in here or not. Wow, there's a lot of cameras. No golems, just cameras. That's my fault. But we need to remember where this place is, because there is a thing that we can do from this area. We can go through this tiny door here at some point. It's a thick, heavy door. We can go through that at some point, and it connects this area to the underground parking area. So that's something to keep in mind. Popping back out here to the main corridor, we're going to turn and go to the underground parking area. Metabolism. As soon as you hear that flash noise, metabolism. I'm actually going to cast metabolism again because that's all he's doing right now. Getting behind these guys is not a bad way to deal with them, because they are slow. But just absolutely wailing on them and putting bullets in them is also not a bad way to take care of them. Once you get him down to about 120, he drops. Double tap. Alright, so tons of cameras in here. Be careful if you still have the security on. Tons and tons and tons of cameras. 340 XP is not bad though. More rifle rounds. They want to make sure that for those who use rifles that they have rifle ammunition. This is the area that I was talking about. And this is the golem I was talking about. Buttons. Buttons, 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 or you will die. Instantly, what you want to do, get into a corner. This guy turns invisible. There are times when he phases into existence and it'll make a noise. You have to listen for that noise. Heal. These guys do hella damage. If you don't hear the noise, that happens. So be careful. That's not real. You can slightly see through him. He's transparent. That one's not real. You can slightly see through him. That made the noise. You want to fire on him as soon as he comes through that. Which I'm doing a horrible job of. These guys are highly dangerous, by the way. If you could not tell, they're highly dangerous. So, those are, if I'm not mistaken, night golems. Night golems are special ops golems. They were designed with stealth capabilities, and they have these special like curved blades on their arms that are meant for assassinations. Very hard to fight, but 1000 BP a pop and 300 XP a pop. And we got a bonus item which I don't really want, but I will take the MP boost too. So this is the underground parking corridor, and if we walk back this way, this actually leads to underground parking. The other round looking door over there led back to the control room area. So there is in fact a phone in here. I highly recommend that you save your game right here. Hiya, Aya. It's me, Jody. Huh? Hal? He just got back, but he's on the phone. Okay. I don't think you can hear me from this phone. Hey, no sweat. I told him you were my boyfriend calling. So what's so juicy that Hal couldn't hear? What? Wow. If that's true, then I'm in danger too then. But what should I do? Okay, I'll let Rupert know. And instantly she hangs up. So basically, Aya's telling her, hey, Hal is probably going to be a bad guy. Like, you don't need to be around Hal. You don't need to be within the same building as him. You need to get the fuck out of there. Like, he's giving information to bad people. She's pretty much telling Jody shit's about to hit the fan. So that's what's going on at Mist headquarters. Go ahead, save our game, and with that being said, guys, I think I'm going to call it an episode here. Whew. Man, the golem fights are rough. I forget exactly how crazy the golem fights are. We almost have 3,000 XP. So that's going to be a godsend when that does happen. And we're very close to getting a good portion of this game out of the way, guys. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all those other cliche YouTube things to say, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!